This is our final video, and for this video we're going to be discussing the place where we currently live in. So I live in the apartments that are called Legacy Mill. They are on the west side of Athens, and they're pretty big apartments. I live in a one-bedroom, and it has tile floor throughout the entire place, which is really nice. A lot of other apartments that I've seen and lived in had carpet, and it's nowhere near as convenient, especially having dogs. I'm able to clean up if they make a mess with their food or if they spill their water bowl. So it's nice. And the kitchen here is really good. It's a large kitchen. The apartment labels the kitchens here as large European style kitchens. So they have a lot of functionality to them. There's a lot of space where you can be cooking and not be bumping into somebody else if they're cooking with you as well. And I have like 3 utility closets, which are pretty big. I have 2 indoors and then 1 outdoors that I don't keep stuff in because it's not climate controlled or anything. And the bathroom's nice. The bathroom's actually really big. I'm pleased with the size of it. And the bedroom isn't bad. You can fit a king-size bed in there and still have plenty of room left. And the closet is a walk-in closet for your clothes. My favorite part about the apartment itself would be probably the little patio we have out back. It's somewhat private. You have your neighbors to your left and to your right, but for the most part, because there's space in between them, you don't really see them or interact with them. You might hear them talking or their kids playing, but across from them, there's nothing. There's just woods, so it's pretty private and not very public, so it's nice. And then the apartments as a whole, it's a gated community, and so it keeps unwanted people out. We also have a public, well, not public, but a dog park, a swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center. And comparing these to other apartments, they're definitely very well equipped. I would say they're a little bit on the pricey side, but they're nicer to me than some of the other apartments I've lived in. The buildings itself, they're 3-story buildings. They're pretty big. Luckily, I got to be on the bottom floor, which is highly coveted by a lot of people. A lot of people want the bottom floor since it's kind of a hassle when you have dogs to walk them up and down stairs, when you have to go to the restroom, because they go to the restroom every couple of hours. The building here, though, as you can see, the walls, they're like a white color, and they're nice. And then the floor, I'm not going to move my laptop because I'm going to move it'll knock stuff down and kind of a hassle. But the floors are just like a dark tile, and so they contrast nicely. And when you walk in through the front door, you can, from that way, that's the front door. You can come through here and then go out that way. That way leads you to a little patio. And if I had to say, that's some good movement right there, because you're moving pretty fast to get to the patio once you see it, because it's nice. You can put a little grill out there and barbecue. And we also have public grills up front near the tennis courts. I forgot to mention tennis courts. We also have tennis courts. You can put them up there and grill some hot dogs, some steaks, whatever you want. People use those pretty regularly, which is nice. And I'm not sure how old these apartments are. They're pretty new. They're nice. And I know that the one I'm in has been recently renovated, but as far as I know, these apartments haven't been here more than 10 years. And it's nice. The people around here, they kind of keep to themselves for the most part. So if you guys want a place where your neighbors aren't going to be annoying you, your neighbors aren't loud, it's definitely a place, because my neighbors are quiet. And if you drive here through the weekends, you don't hear a lot of music. You'll see people walking their pets. There's a lot of dogs around here. So if you have a couple dogs, you can have up to 2 dogs here, which I do have 2 dogs. You can enjoy having your dogs around, and enjoy the dog park, and there's a sidewalk where you can walk on, and you can walk a couple of times. It'll be about a mile. Uh, these apartments are nice. I mean, it's hard to really say a whole lot about them because to me they were designed. The architect that designed these apartments, I mean, they designed them to be, for profit. So it's a little bit more difficult than someone's house to describe to me because they don't really have a whole lot of sentimental value to me. Because I'll be here for a year at least, depending on if I get into the nursing program. If not, then I'll be out of here. I'm not attached to the place like a lot of other people are, since I'm new to Athens. I've only been here a couple months now. But I know a lot of people here have houses that they're definitely emotionally attached and just financially attached because it's hard to sell a house, and especially if it's got a long history. But to me, the architect did a good job though, because the walls are thick. They're not, like I said, it's not loud. I can't hear my neighbor. I'm sure he can't hear me. Otherwise, I probably would have heard about it because the dogs make noise sometimes. And upstairs, you rarely hear the people upstairs. If they drag some furniture around, you hear that, but you don't hear footsteps. And you can tell when people are upstairs because, you get to know who lives around here. And, they're well built. And, I mean, the climate control here is awesome. I mean, because I'm on the bottom floor, I feel like I'm better insulated. But, I mean, this place stays cool. I mean, warm air rises, cooler air falls, but that might be why. But I enjoy it here. And I hope to see where you guys live and see what kind of houses are around Athens in case I decide to stay here in the long run once I'm done with my education here at Piedmont College.